What's up, YouTube? It's the Base God in Yu-Gi-Oh! Here with the deck profile and I guess the start of what I like to call Resurrecting the Agents, because they died, quote unquote, after the ban list. And I just felt like this is just a deck that I can play for now, because I like big beaters and special summoning and everything, and the Machina wasn't cutting it for me, and I don't know, I just wanted to try to make a tier 2 deck better than how, or better than what people think they are right now. So onto the deck list. 1 Earth, 1 Jupiter, triple Venus, triple Shine Ball, triple Hyperion, double Christia, Honest, 1 Herald, a Sangan, triple Veiler, double Maxi, 1 Birdman, double Trag, 1 Gores, 1 BLS, triple MST, 2 Creature Swap, 1 Pot, 1 Lance, Mind Control, Book, Heavy, Reborn, Dark Hole. For the traps, you have 2 Torrential and a Call of the Haunted. So, of course, after the ban list, the thing that got hit was Earth. We only have 1 copy now, but you can still draw into it. I mean, either you only run 1 Stratus, but those are also searchable. But if you can get this off and then don't Veiler it, you could Birdman it back to your hand. That's another reasoning for why I run the Birdman. It's also for like the first turn Venus and Birdman play, which can result in like a first turn Stardust and Gachi Gachi, or like a first turn like Gachi Gachi and Zen Mange, which is like the ultimate wall. But yeah, I like it. It's kind of like, people have been playing it before, and yeah, it's also dark, which is feed for BLS. You run the 1 Jupiter because you need more agent names for Hyperion, and also it helps you manipulate the grave so that you can drop Christia. I still chose to run the triple Venus, triple Shine Ball just because of Creature Swap, because after you're done with like Venus, or you start with like a Shine Ball in hand, you can Creature Swap it, take their Dolka, bait out Lagia, or like everything else. Because if you summon this against a Lagia and you have like 2 cards in hand, they might like negate it in fear of like an Honest or something. Triple Hyperion, when I like test draw and everything, I rarely draw into it, and when I do, it's like really bad because I draw into like double Hyperion, a Christia, and just like no support, and like yeah. So then I only play 1 Herald because it requires you to have another like fairy in hand, and sometimes you don't always like want to pitch it because maybe you have like a Herald and a Hyperion, and you're like, I don't really want to pitch the Hyperion because you have like Agents Engrave. But then sometimes it's good if you have too many like fairies with a Christia, or like a Shine Ball or something. So you play the Sangan also to search out any of your hand traps. I opted to play double Max still because I feel like this deck's worst matchup would have to be like Dino Rabbit, just because of like people start like maining macro and everything. So if they flip the macro, you just chain Max C. Not people many know that you can chain Max C to like D-Fissure and macro, but yeah. So that's why I choose to run them. Other than that, it's good to get like a +1 drawn to outs, drawn to your Christia, drawn to your Hyperion. Yeah. I chose to run 2 Trag over double Reaper because I like exceeding. But if I had tour guides, which I'll probably like get eventually, I would take these 3 out for triple tour guide. But yeah, these are for like helps with like a big beater, like opening hand and everything. But if you draw into it too late, it kind of becomes just like a weenie 600 or like a 1200. And then yeah, it's also dark. Gores is just Gores. I chose to play triple MST. This is to like make sure that your plays go off. Yeah, it's really good, especially if they said that 1 lone MST and then go off. 2 Creature Swap, because Creature Swap is really good, especially in this deck, because like I said with the Earth, the Venus and the Shine Balls, like after you're done with these, or like you have some in hand, you're gonna want to creature swap and like take control of their monster forever. And yeah, also it works well with like Veiler and all that. You just summon Veiler, bam, crash into it. I only play one duality because I actually only have one duality as of right now. But it seems to work out because sometimes like you'd open up with this and like a Venus and you'd be like, oh, but you know you want your Venus play to go off. So then yeah, I think it's good at one. I played a one Forbidden Lance because you want to make sure like your Venus or something doesn't get bottomless, or like when you summon it and they bottomless it, and then you don't have another Venus in hand, you're kind of like just waiting there, and you'll like the probability of you drawing into more like shine balls will like be higher because they're not like they're still in your deck. Yeah, mind control is because everyone's playing just like level 3s. I could go level 3, level 4, level 2, and any level 1s, it shouldn't even be on the field, to be honest. Which if I do happen to like get like a level 1, I'll just like summon Birdman or something. And usually the only level 1 would be Veiler, so if anything I'll just summon another monster and go in Army Arm. And yeah, Book Moon. For my traps, I only chose to go with double torrential and a call. This is kind of to go off against like agents. No, not agents. I'm playing agents. To go off against like Dino Rabbit and just like other decks that swarm. That's like could be too fast for this. I one call because you're gonna be pitching with Herald. So say open game, like early game, you open up with these 3 cards. The activate effect. You could pitch these 2 to the grave and set the call, and then when there's like summon Torah, you could chain call, bring back Christia, and they can't special summon. But yeah, that's like the main deck for now. I'll go into the extra deck. In another episode, I'll go over like this side, or actually, no, I'll go over the extra deck right now. In another episode, I'll go over like possible side cards. But yeah. Let me just get them out. Yeah. Okay, so you got the tokens. Scapegoat tokens, of course. Okay, so the extra deck, you have 1 Army Arm, 1 Android. I like this because if you have like a second and an Earth and you don't want to waste your Catastrophe just yet, you can go Android, get off the search, and end phase, gain 600. And plus it's light too. So it's really good. 1 Catastor, 1 Brio, 1 Black Rose, 1 Scrap, 1 Stardust. Onto the Exceeds, you got 1 Gachi Gachi, 1 Leviathan, 1 Acid Golem, 1 Levier, 1 Zen Mains, 1 Mace Stroke, whatever, 1 Utopia, and Utopia Ray. Some cards that I want to like kind of add. I want to make room for a second Gachi Gachi. Just because there's moments where you know you have like a trag like at 600, and you have that other possibility of making another Gachi Gachi, but since you already used it earlier, you kind of can't. But yeah, I want to take out Dijin as well because although it's a really good rank 4, most of the time I'd rather go into Utopia. And plus this deck doesn't really make rank 4s as much as you'd think. Because the only real level like 4s in this deck is the 1 Jupiter and the Honest. So yeah, I mean you have Trags, but it's not really much. Also, I want to fit in a Thought Ruler. I'm not sure if I want to take out Scrap Dragon or something, but yeah, Thought Ruler is really good because everything's starting to like target. Like, well, it doesn't work against like Hornet, but yeah, everything Deep Prisons, Magic Cylinders, and like Forbidden Lance too. But yeah, I'm not. I think I might add in a Gaia Knight, Force of the Earth, because just that possibility of you summoning like Earth with a Jupiter, and you don't want to go into Brio because it's just a weenie 23 for level 6. Gaia Knight gets over Stardust, gets over Leviathan, and yeah. So that's just like the extra deck and the main deck. I'll do the possible side decks in another episode, but yeah. Based God and Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm out. Bye.